Alright, what's up YouTube? My camera apparently still is messed up. Today is going to be a very interesting YouTube video. This one is not going to be talking about no sex and dating. This one's going to be a very serious topic. It's something that's been going on for the past 3 to 4 months, and I want to bring some awareness to it. Now, excuse me, I had lunch early. I apologize for that. But this video is for men and for women, and it doesn't matter if you're young or old, black or white, if you just graduated from high school, if you just graduated from college, this is the right video for you. This is going to be one of those advice types of videos. You know, sometimes in life, people have stuff happen to them, and they don't always get that information or that advice that could be useful to them. Like I tell you in all my YouTube videos, I don't want you to come chase me down and say, hey man, you ain't never told me none of this information in your YouTube videos, 5, 10, 15, 20 years later. And I always tell you, sometimes life might happen to me. I might get a house, I might get a car, I might get a new job, I might get married and have kids. And one day I will stop making YouTube videos. And when that day comes, you will not be getting the information or the good advice that comes from my videos. I want to say thank you to the people that subscribe to my YouTube channels and the people who watch my videos. Before I do every YouTube video, I always try my best to give you a shout out in the YouTube video. Without you guys, these videos would not be possible. Without you guys, I would not have the motivation and the confidence to keep coming on camera and making great videos, some good content, and kicking ass and taking names. So thank you for the views and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And in return, I'm going to give you guys a video back in return. Now, this YouTube video is going to be called Sex Game Some Haters Want to Be You. Hold on, I apologize because we got a trash truck outside. So I apologize for the audio issue. They take all day to pick up the trash. But so if you hear some sounds, don't be surprised or shocked that you hear a trash truck. It's just unfortunate that when I do my filmmaking, sometimes you got to hear some sounds because they got to pick up the trash. They have a job they have to do. Now, sometimes in life, people are not happy. Sometimes in life, people are not satisfied no matter what they have in life. When the Most High, whatever you want to call him, Jesus Christ, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the Most High, a lot of people like to use the Most High. Well, when the Most High bless you with some athletic gift, with a gift, you're supposed to make the complete use of it at 100%. If he blesses you to play basketball, be happy that the Most High, Jesus Christ, blessed you to play basketball, football, baseball. There are a bunch of people that would love to play basketball and football and baseball, and they were not born with the advantages, with the gift to play basketball, football, and baseball. And the ones who take that for granted are the ones that find out years later that when you get a gift, you're supposed to appreciate the gift 100%. You don't be mad because you want to be rich and famous, but your talent is to play basketball, football, or baseball. If you have a car, you should be thankful that you have a car. There are a lot of men right now who have to take the bus and take the train that they wish they can get a car, but they have to take the bus. They have to take the train. If you got a house or an apartment, you should be thankful that the Most High, Jesus Christ, blessed you to get a house or an apartment. There are a lot of people right now that do not have a house, that do not have an apartment. They have to be with roommates or they have to live at a shelter because they don't have the money to get a house or an apartment. So when you get a house or you get an apartment, you should be thankful. You should be blessed. A house is a house. A car is a car. If you get a job, there's some people right now that don't have no job. There's some people that do not have the ability to go out and make money and pay their bills. They have to borrow money from people. And the reason why I made this video is because there's this individual who has a problem. And I told him that when the time was right, I was going to make the YouTube video and try to explain to him on camera the do's and the don'ts of success. Now, the name of this YouTube video is called Sex Game Some Haters Want to Be You. Now, sometimes in life, you hear this old saying, if you ain't got no haters, you not trying. If you ain't got no success, you ain't got no haters talking about you. Now, the people who spend all their time and energy focused on you as a man or as a woman, they don't have nothing else better to do in their life. You could say, what if the person has a house or an apartment, they got 2 jobs or 3 jobs, they making a lot of money, they got a girlfriend, and they still focus all their time and energy on you? Then they have a problem, because people of success only focus on their success and nothing else. And people who fail spend all their time and energy focusing on someone who's got success. When you're the one who's struggling or just getting by, and somebody's paying attention to what you do, whether it's at work, at school, they're a player hater. Player haters come in all shapes and sizes. You got family members that are player haters. You got some of your closest friends that you went to high school and college with are player haters. Then you got some people who will take shots at you because they think they can. And then they'll try to justify the reasons why it's okay for them to take shots, but you as a man or a woman, it's not okay for you to take the shots back at them, which is very rude and disrespectful and blasphemy, because right is right, wrong is wrong. Now, the reason why I'm making the video is to try to explain to you, when you become successful in anything, sports, business, work, money, whether you get a lot of girls' attention, whether you get a house or a car, don't be surprised or shocked 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, you got somebody that's player hating. Women player hate on other women, men player hate on other men. You get a car, all of a sudden somebody say, oh man, that's a nice car, man, I wish I had that car. And you looking at them like, I had to work to get this car. This car ain't for free. This car ain't fall out the damn sky. I had to save up $5,000 or $10,000 of my money and get this car. Ain't nobody helped me get this car. Or if you get a house or an apartment, you be like, ain't nobody helped me get this house and apartment. I had to put in work to get this house or this apartment. Or if you go to the gym and you have a nice athletic body and you look like those guys in those men fitness magazines, and this is for women too, and somebody go, man, I wish I had a nice body, you'll be like, I had to sacrifice ice cream and candy and burn fat and build muscle to get this nice athletic body. I didn't just wake up one morning by accident and all of a sudden I got a nice athletic body. I had to make some sacrifices. I had to watch what I eat, watch what I drink, pay attention to what I be doing. I'm getting older. Certain stuff I can't eat and can't drink no more. I'm giving y'all a prime example of what happens when you get player haters. You're going to get some haters at work. You're going to get some haters in the gym. You're going to get some haters at the nightclub, the bar. You're going to get some people in your apartment that's going to be player hating on you. Sometimes they have reasons for it, and sometimes they ain't going to have no reasons for it. And you're going to be scratching your head, trying to figure out in your head, like, why y'all player hating on me for? Like, if you got 2 jobs, you got a car, you make money, you got a girlfriend, what you player hating for? And a lot of times they're not going to tell you, because if they tell you the 5 reasons on why they player hating on you, you might look at them like, your reasons for player hating don't make no sense. So 99.99% accuracy, they're not going to tell you why they player hate. All they going to do is just player hate. You could be rich and famous, or not rich and famous. You could win the lottery. And all of a sudden they be like, why you win the lottery? Why come I can't win the lottery? They take little sly shots against you to be rude and disrespectful. They'll try to justify why they're saying it, but by the end of the day, disrespect is disrespect. And sometimes as a man, you can't be afraid to tell another man to their face what you player hating for, what you jealous for, what you insecure for. If you're a woman, you can't be afraid to be a woman and tell another woman to her face what you player hating for. You know, I see it all the time when I go to the gym. 24-hour fitness, Planet Fitness, they be beautiful, attractive women. Black women, white women, sexy Latino women. And I will see black women be jealous of another black woman. I will see white women jealous of another white woman. I will see Latino women be jealous of other Latino women. Same thing with men. I will see a black man jealous of another black man. I will see a white man jealous of another white guy. I will see Latino guys be jealous of another Latino guy. You got player haters in all shapes and sizes and all forms, all across the board. You get people who play basketball, there goes a player hater. You play football, you play baseball, there goes a player hater. I do YouTube videos. I'm a filmmaker. I got player haters. Obviously, I'm not going to say their names. I got some haters on YouTube. And then I got some player haters in real life. I'm not going to say no names. They know who they are. But I have player haters. You got player haters. You could be just graduating from high school or from college, and all of a sudden they say some sly shit to you just because they can. And then sometimes it's peer pressure. Sometimes somebody puts them up to doing something, and they don't realize the ramifications of the consequences of their actions. That means friendships can get ruined because you're player hating on someone's success. Now, it's different if you ain't got nothing of value and people go, that's one rule about player hating. You don't player hate on somebody that ain't got nothing of value. But when you do player hate on somebody, it's because they have as much value, or you're afraid that potentially their value might surpass yours. It's like a competition, right? You go in the gym, you're doing cardio, you're doing weight training, and here comes another guy, and he think he can out bench press you. And you looking at it like, I just come to the gym to do cardio and weight training. I ain't trying to, show off and be fancy. He want to show off and be fancy because he want to get the women's attention. You just want to do cardio and weight training. Or you could be at work. You came to work on time. You the employee of the month. And he mad because he come to work on time, but he don't get to become the employee of the month. Now I'm going to give you the 5 signs on how you know you're dealing with a player hater. You got some men that hate on other men. You got some women that hate on other women. I'm going to give you the 5 signs that you know that you're dealing with a hater. You can put them in order or you can put them out of order. It doesn't matter. A lot of times I put them out of order because it makes the video more creative, more entertainment, more excitement into the video instead of just being so predictable and obvious. So coming at number 5, you get phone calls from out of nowhere. Whenever you get a phone call and you're a man or a woman, and this happens to women a whole lot, you could be watching TV, you could be watching movies, you could be washing your clothes, you could be getting lunch or dinner, and the phone just comes from out of nowhere. And then the person decides to give you a 25-minute or 30-minute conversation, and they could be talking about absolute bullshit. And you could be scratching your head like, so you gonna call me out of the whole entire blue for some nonsense that ain't even had no reason to talk about. And then sometimes they get mad because they don't like it when you catch on what they trying to do. They trying to be sneaky and don't want you to catch on. You have some men that do it to men. You got some women that do it to women. So that's sign number 5. Sign number 4 is they can take shots at you. And they can take a shot at you on the phone and phone conversations, or they can take a shot at you in person. And you might be wondering, why are you taking a shot at me? Well, what's the point of you taking an insult? When they take insults, that's a sign of disrespect because they think that they can do it to you because, oh, we've been homeboys for 5 years or for 10 years, and they think they can get away with certain shit. And they think you're not supposed to call them out on their behavior. You got some women that do that. You got some women that will talk shit about their own best friend to other people and then think that girl's not supposed to find out. It happens all the time at work. And when you tell them about themselves, they will try to justify it as I'm right, so that's why I say it. But if you decide to retaliate, then, that's not good. Sign number 3. They love it when they have a good day, but you have a bad day. You could be having an okay day, and then you could have mind your own business. You're having a good day. Everything go exactly the way you want it. You washed your clothes, you cleaned your room, you cleaned the kitchen, you washed the dishes, you took the trash out, you paid your bills, and then they call from out of nowhere to start some bullshit and instigate and say stuff like, so, blah, 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 and you might have told that person 2 or 3 days ago about that situation. And then what you detect from them on the phone is that they want to start some bullshit. They want to start some drama because their life suck, their life's miserable, and they don't know how to handle the situation of their own problems. So rather than talk about their problems, they want to talk about your problems. And you might be saying, well, I ain't said nothing or done nothing today. You know, I paid my bills, I did everything I was supposed to do. And when you have a bad day, they're happy. They got a smile on their face, you know, and then you down and depressed because they like that. But when you have a good day and they have a bad day, they don't like that. All of a sudden they don't want to talk now. Now all of a sudden they got an attitude when you call. I don't want to talk. They do it. I know some men that do it to men. I know some women that do it to women. And when they do that, they're full of shit because you don't get to call somebody when they have a good day and start some instigating bullshit because I want to have the power and the control. Which brings me to sign number 2 of being a player hater. They think they should have all the power and the control on the outcome. And if they watch your YouTube videos and they're your best friend and then they call you, you're going to find out how full of shit they are. Because when they find out that it's a power struggle, oh, I just want to do this because I never get to do this. And you'd be like, you a grown man, you make your own choices, your own decisions, so go do them. But don't be trying to challenge me for the power because, you know, a lot of men be thinking it as, what is your problem? Now it brings me to the number 1 reason as a man or as a woman on how you know you got player haters. Reason number 1, they are one ungrateful son of a bitch. If you have everything, and I mean everything, you got the house, you got a car, you got a job, 2 jobs, a girlfriend. To me, you don't get to whine and complain about your problems when we got people out here, they ain't got no house, they ain't got no car, they ain't got no job. They can't pay their bills. Their bills can't be paid. They have to borrow money to pay their bills. And you have everything and you sitting back talking trash about other people. That's also rude and disrespectful. Because there's an old saying, as fast and as quick as you got the advantage, that's how fast and quick they can take the advantage from you. And who I'm talking about the Most High. I'm talking about God himself. When God bless you to play basketball, football, or baseball, you better be happy that you were blessed with the talent to come out here and play basketball, football, baseball. Because the minute he see you not happy with your gift, the minute he see you ain't taking 100% full advantage of that gift, like that, he gonna take the gift away from you and he gonna give it to somebody that deserve it. If you got a job or 2 jobs and you got a girlfriend and you're not appreciative, you're not thankful for what you have, well then the Most High gonna take that away from you and give it to somebody that deserves it. There's this old saying that I kept hearing for 14 years and I didn't understand it. Like, for years, I had a hard time understanding it. And then my mom would say it, my dad would say it, my grandma would say it. This one stranger at a bus stop kept saying to me. And they kept saying to me because it was like, when you get older, you're going to understand what this old saying means. People, when you take them out of one environment and you put them into a completely new environment and they still ain't satisfied, they still ain't appreciative of anything, they don't need to get it in the first place. You got people right now that can't even get no house. They want a house, and 5 years, 10, 15 years go by, still can't get a house, still can't get an apartment. You got people that want a job and can't get no job. You got people that want to get into relationships with women and can't get into a relationship with a woman. And the person that has everything is not appreciating the fact that they were blessed with all these advantages. They were blessed with the ability to do something great with their potential. And instead of trying to compete to make themselves better, they compete against other people. Now, I'm going to tell you this one story before I end the YouTube video. I'm not trying to take up all y'all time. I'm not trying to stress y'all out. I know y'all got clothes y'all got to wash, bills y'all got to pay. Y'all got to get the kitchen together. Y'all wondering when y'all going to get back to work. Just like I want to get back to work. A long time ago, there was a wrestling company called WCW, and it stands for World Championship Wrestling. And this is like 22 years ago. And everybody knows who Vince McMahon is. It's well documented. He's rich, he's famous, he's a billionaire, he's an entertainment, he's a showman man. And one day he got into a competition with WCW. And WCW was stealing all of Vince McMahon's talent in professional wrestling. And Vince McMahon competed with WCW. But what Vince did was, Vince waited until he got backstage and say, I'm going to beat them at their own game. You would never see Vince McMahon go on TV and get mad or upset because they took this star, they took that star. You saw Vince McMahon go, you take my stars, I'm going to create stars. And he created a lot of stars. And then one day in 2000, WCW went bankrupt. Lost millions of dollars and everything. And then Vince McMahon bought and purchased WCW. And WCW would have never had that problem if they didn't compete against Vince McMahon. There's competing to make yourself better, and then there's competing against somebody that could beat you, but they try to remain humble. So I think that the moral of the story is learn how to be humble and appreciative for what you have. And as for the whining and the complaining, you can whine and complain if somebody stole something or took something from you, or if somebody robbed you or did you wrong. Then you have all means to complain. But when you decide to take a shot at another man who's doing worse than you, you got to sit down and think, is it right to take shots at that man? If it's a woman, is it right to take shots at that other woman? Because you got people right now that have everything and they're ungrateful. They unappreciative. They don't know how to sit down and just take life for what it is. You could be here today and then tomorrow, like that, you gone. You know, you can see me right now walking, and then all of a sudden you don't see me no more. You know, God can say, all right, it's time for you to come with me now. And the people who have everything, they don't sit down and they don't think about that. You know, it's, I want more. I want more. There's a limit to how much you can get. If you got a house, be happy that you got a house. You got an apartment, be happy that you got an apartment. If you got a car, be happy that you got a car. If you have a girlfriend, do you know as of right now how many men do not have a girlfriend? There's a whole lot of men, and I'm not talking about me. There are other guys who don't even have a girlfriend. It'd be 5, 10, 15 years go by, and they don't know how to get into a relationship. And then you got guys that can get into a relationship with a girl, and they ungrateful. They want more. They ain't never satisfied. And the person that I'm talking about, they have everything, but they don't know how to sit down and appreciate what they have. And they don't seem to realize you have the advantage, and one day somebody gonna take the advantage away from you and give it to somebody that truly deserves it. This ain't no game. This is real life. You have winners and you have losers in this game. And when you get someone player hating on you, they player hate because they think you're gonna beat them in a competition. Like, everything's a competition with them. It can't never just be happy and satisfied that you got something and be happy and hold on to it. Instead of focusing all your time and energy on another man, that's how that man get better than you. And then you be scratching your head and doing this like, how this guy get better than me and I got everything? A woman, I seen women do it. I seen women player hate on other women, and then the woman be like, how she get that guy? See, the ones that keep their mouth quiet and stay humble and self-improve, they advance to the next level and the next level and the next level. And the person that does this, talking shit, they don't advance. They don't go nowhere. Because they too busy focusing all their time and energy on another man or another woman, and they don't want to self-improve themselves. So when they see what I'm doing or what you doing, just remember you got player haters. And you see, the moral of the story is when they become you or try to become you, not only that they become you, they find out how complicated it is to become you. They find out there's challenges, there's unrealistic expectations. They find out it ain't as easy as it sounds or as it looks. Then they start having second thoughts. Oh, maybe I should have never tried to become him in the first place. Like, you look in sports. You know how many guys try to copy Michael Jordan and none of them come close? Michael Jordan wins 6 NBA championships, 6 times, 2 three-peats, undefeated in the NBA Finals, ain't never lost no NBA Finals. You know how many basketball players came from the time he won his last championship in 1998 all the way to 2020? A whole lot of basketball players. They all try to imitate Michael Jordan. Then they try to become Michael Jordan. And it ruined their basketball career. This is why you don't see me trying to copy nobody on YouTube. You know, I get accused of copying this one individual. But the point is, you don't see me trying to copy this person's style, that person's style. You see me try to do me. And when someone tries to copy me, it's like, you go ahead and keep trying to imitate me. Go ahead and try to become me. And you're going to find out, like so many people, it ain't going to be worth it because you're going to lose friends. You're going to lose family members. Co-workers ain't going to talk to you. All because you're spending so much time and energy focused on one person. You don't want to take a look in the mirror and realize it pays to be yourself. And you see, in the long run, a lot of these haters, when they get somebody hating on them, they be like, man, I got me a hater. And it's like, you was hating on us. Now you got haters. That's how it revolves. You player hate on me for being successful, and in 5 to 10 years, you get somebody player hating on you. It always turns out that way. You get one person that's a hater hating on you for 5 or 10 years or 15 years, and then all of a sudden it happens to them. But then when it starts happening to them, they start being a hypocrite and try to justify why they got haters compared to when you got haters when it's the same thing. So I gave you the 5 reasons on how you know you got a player hater. This video is to give you some advice, okay? This video ain't about no sex and dating today. And then I'm going to go back on my break. And you probably won't get no YouTube video until either Friday or Saturday afternoon. So until then, peace.